welcome to a very short update on the markets. Bitcoin has been correcting, Bitcoin has been taking the markets down, through which Ethereum has also been seeing a corrective move. That's actually quite fine. Markets never go up in a straight line, except for the fact if you are believing in that, but they do correct, and having corrections of 30% are quite normal to be expected in the markets. Right now, Bitcoin is down approximately like 15% since the high, and we are seeing a corrective move in which we are retesting 58k. Questions that we're getting right now is, should you be buying back into the markets already, or should you be assessing a potential correction to take place even more? We're going to look at that. We're also going to dive a little bit into the fact why Bitcoin is correcting at this point. And we're going to have a brief look on Ethereum, which is kind of being the same as with Bitcoin. Looking at the price action of Bitcoin first, we concluded that in order to actually become bullish, we wanted to have a clear breakout above 66k taking place. But at this point, we have not been seeing that breakout taking place, as prices have been retesting a beautiful level of Bitcoin here, in which we rejected the previous support and started to fall south, through which the rising wedge has seen a breakout south too. Looking at price action, the clean chart, we can see that we are retesting this entire support zone, which we also have discussed this morning on our YouTube channel. About our YouTube channel, if you are not a subscriber yet, which are half of you, don't forget to subscribe beneath. Also, don't forget to like this YouTube update. And also do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram, where you can find daily content on the markets from me. So what we're looking at right now is a corrective move of Bitcoin, which has taken down the price of Bitcoin from 69k, 12% to 60k, and a minimal at 15. Reason why we are dropping? Actually, because of the strength that we're seeing on the dollar. Dollar is running up, and also the yields are crawling up, through which usually, and if you put a correlation on this topic, it can actually show the inverse correlation that Bitcoin has with the dollar. If the dollar is showing strength, we're going to get a correction taking place on the markets. When the dollar is showing weakness, we get the actual inverse taking place on the market. So right now we are seeing upwards momentum on the dollar. We're approaching a heavy resistance zone relatively soon, which is around 97 points. But as you already can see, we might be getting some more strength on the dollar before we're going to get a rejection. And through that assumption, we could be getting some more pain on Bitcoin too. I've addressed this topic often, in which I concluded that we might be into a super cycle and we're leaving behind the 4-year cycles, through which we might be getting a more corrective move of Bitcoin at this stage before we're going to have any term of another bullish wave taking place here. So we can get another run downwards. If you are not into the markets right now, you could be assessing the portfolio at this point, in which you start buying the dips. What I mean by that is that you don't need to buy everything at once. Historically, the best period to buy altcoins is on a different month. It's next month. If you find it easier to actually copy trade me, you can just join the group and you can copy trade my portfolio and also find trade IDs that we're producing with the group itself. That's your gateway to financial freedom. If you want to have more, if you want to receive more education and more help. But in trading, most of you are looking at either black or gray. So people are looking at buying the actual altcoin 100%, going all in on the first buy, and selling everything, or not hitting or not buying at all is the other option. In between, you've got different options. So if you conclude that Bitcoin is going to be bullish in the coming years and assess it in a way that it's going to run to 200 to 250k, the upwards potential from here is still a 3.5x, right? So the upwards potential is heavy. If you conclude that Bitcoin will be holding the critical level that we have here, which is the entire zone around 47k, and has some levels in between, you could also start assessing it in the following way. you're going to use every level and use a portion of your money to start buying it from. You always keep a certain amount of money left behind in which you start assessing, or you avoid being exposed fully into a position. And you could be using the first level to just buy 25% here. Second level, around 54k, you're going to buy another 20%. Next level, around 51k, you're going to buy another 20%. And the last portion, you're going to buy at 48 if we get there, or when we get more confirmation on the markets. In that way, you're going to be DCAing your entire position, and you're not being too much affected by short-term price movements, but you're getting yourself into exposure of the markets in a very easy way. The easy conclusion that you're going to make too is that if it loses 41 to 43, you're out. So the downwards is approximately 20%, the upwards is approximately 300 to 400%, which is fine. Another topic, people might be concluding that we're going to get and hit a bullish divergence here. That is definitely the case, but I'd rather be looking at potential levels that we have to break through, because if we break those levels, that is the point where the bullish divergence will be actually taking place and when it's actually valid. So at this point, price has been falling back into this range. We've had two waves south, so we're actually trending south at this point. You want to clear this recent lower high if you want to truly stay bullish with the markets. But at this point, I'm not assuming we will, because we are going to have a critical resistance zone here, which is around 63.5. Anything in between, I'm not too much interested in price action. If we do bounce back up, reject it and come all the way down again, I'm assuming that we're going to have another wick south, and then I'm going to use Fibonacci extension to derive the next target point, and then I'm going to assess anything between 51 to 53k, going to take heavy buys there. If this one is broken and we start running back up, flip the level, I'm assuming we're going to take this all-time high. So if we lose this support, 51 to 53 is next. If we break 63, I'm assuming we take the all-time high. Nothing in between is of any importance. Ethereum we're going to discuss tomorrow, because the price action on Ethereum is just a copy-paste of what Bitcoin is doing. So the levels are the same there, the bounces are the same there. Bitcoin is the core focus, and you have to watch those levels. I hope you have enjoyed this small update. I'll be back tomorrow with two fresh ones. Don't forget to check out Crypto Burb's live stream with me. We've shot it approximately 2 hours back in time. Was 90 minutes of fire chat, great vibe with Burb, great friend of mine too. So don't forget to tune in there and check that one, because it shares a lot of content that you should be knowing if you want to join the crypto markets. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.